Right now, millions of automated financial transactions are firing across the globe. We're looking at a financial ecosystem that moves at a velocity human analysts simply cannot track manually. To police this high-speed flow, traditional anti-money laundering systems rely on rigid, rule-based software. If an account transfers exactly $10,000, the system trips a wire and flags the activity. Financial criminals know exactly where those wires are hidden. To move illicit funds, they simply break large sums into smaller deposits, say $9,999, slipping right beneath the static detection thresholds. Static, rule-based offenses struggle to keep pace with dynamic, evolving financial threats. Rigid numerical tripwires ensnare legitimate activity alongside the illicit. Small businesses paying vendors, parents sending tuition, and normal accounts moving slightly larger sums all trigger the same high-level alarms as money launderers. Every single flagged transaction requires a human analyst to review it. The analysts get buried under mountains of useless alerts, leading to severe investigator fatigue and delaying the review of actual malicious activity. This diagram shows the false positive paradox. The sheer volume of data noise generated by the security system completely drowns out the actual signal of financial crime. To protect the banking sector, institutions have to stop relying on blind numerical thresholds and start evaluating the contextual behavior of every account. Deep learning models approach this problem differently. Instead of judging a single transfer in isolation, these artificial neural networks analyze complex, multi-layered webs of user behavior over months or years. They use what is known as a self-attention mechanism. This animated network illustrates how the AI learns to weigh the importance of different connections in a user's financial history. It looks at the sequence of deposits, the timing, and the relationship between accounts, assigning heavier weights to suspicious links. By mapping these relationships, the AI fades out the normal behavior and isolates highly coordinated structural patterns. These are sophisticated laundering rings that look completely harmless when you examine them transaction by transaction. Threat detection moves from a static checklist to a dynamic, contextual evaluation of human intent. We can see the exact impact of this shift in a major study conducted by researchers Jensen and Iosifidis, who applied a deep learning approach using self-attention to real-world banking data. This chart compares the traditional rule-based system to the deep learning model. The volume of false positive alarms dropped by more than 33.3% under the AI, while still successfully catching 98.8% of all true threats. The system also caught activity the old rules missed. The deep learning model triggered 75 entirely new alarms on high-risk clients that the traditional threshold system ignored. After human experts reviewed those new alerts, 26 of those clients were officially reported to regulatory authorities for financial crimes. The model managed to filter out a third of the useless banking noise, while simultaneously sharpening the detection of the true criminal signal. There is a CC gallop, a dark side to this processing power. Because deep learning models contain millions of parameters, they operate as opaque black boxes. Even the engineers who design them find it impossible to trace the exact mathematical path the model took to reach a specific decision. This opacity creates a severe risk when large language models are integrated into financial systems. They are prone to hallucinations. The AI can confidently connect statistical probabilities to invent plausible but completely fake financial relationships. An unmonitored model could fabricate market data used for trading, or worse, hallucinate a money laundering link and falsely accuse an innocent client of a federal crime based on non-existent evidence. We deployed these systems to eliminate human-made data noise, but they possess the capability to generate a highly sophisticated synthetic noise of their own. Compounding the hallucination risk is the issue of data privacy. Feeding highly sensitive, confidential client financial histories into cloud-based AI models exposes institutions to massive data vulnerabilities. Strict financial regulations, like Europe's MiFID II and US SEC rules, demand that all banking decisions be transparent and auditable. That is a direct legal clash with the unreadable black box nature of deep learning. This animated flowchart illustrates the necessary solution: agentic governance frameworks. When the primary AI model outputs a decision, it is immediately intercepted and evaluated by a secondary governance node before any action is finalized. These frameworks operate as human-led guardrails. They actively monitor the AI's data inputs and audit the model's logic, preventing algorithmic hallucinations from triggering automated actions that could cause real-world financial damage. True financial protection in the modern era relies on a partnership between artificial intelligence and heavily